Konnichiwa. Welcome to this video, which is the 9th lesson of the basic Japanese series for beginners. You will learn verbs like eat and drink and vocabulary related to food and beverages. You will also learn the particle o, which indicates the object of a verb, the particle to, which means and or along with, and the particle de, which indicates the place where an action occurs. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use all of them and frame sentences on your own. So please watch it till the end. Let me begin with the word gohan, which literally refers to cooked rice. Over the years, the meaning has changed, and nowadays it refers to a meal in general. Normally, we have food 3 times a day. So let us learn the related words. If you have watched my previous videos, you would have learned the 3 words asa, hiru, and ban, which mean morning, noon, and late evening. Now, let us add the word gohan to each one of them. When we combine asa and gohan, it becomes asa gohan, which translates to morning meal or breakfast. On similar lines, hiru gohan means noontime meal or lunch, and ban gohan means evening meal or dinner. Let me go to the other words. Pan means bread, tamago means egg, niku means meat. Under the broad category of meat, there are some words which will be helpful at the time of ordering food in Japan. Tori means bird, and when we combine tori and niku, it becomes tori niku, which translates to chicken. Buta means pig, and when we combine buta and niku, it becomes buta niku, which translates to pork. On similar lines, gyu niku translates to beef. So please remember the 3 words tori niku, buta niku, gyu niku. The next word is sakana, which means fish. Yasai means vegetable. Kudamono means fruit. And the last word sarada means salad. Next, let me go to beverages. Mizu means water. Gyunyu means milk. Ocha means green tea. This is one of the most widespread and common drinks in Japan. Actually, the polite o is added to cha at the beginning to make it ocha. Kocha means black tea. Kohi means coffee. Juice means juice. Sake means alcohol or liquor in general. If the polite o is added to sake at the beginning, it will turn to osake. And the last word is biru, which means beer. Next, let me go to the verbs. The first one is tabemasu, which means to eat. Its past tense is tabemashita, and the negative is tabemasen. To know how to form the negative and the past tense, please watch my previous video on verbs. The next verb is nomimasu, which means to drink. Its past tense is nomimashita, and the negative is nomimasen. There are 2 more words which you must remember. You have learned the word kudamono, which means fruit. Actually, the word mono means thing. Now, if mono is added to tabe, it becomes tabemono, which means things to eat. On similar lines, if mono is added to nomi, it becomes nomimono, which means things to drink. Next, let me go to the particle o, which indicates the object of a verb. Unlike English, the word order in Japanese is subject, object, verb. Let me give you some examples. Pan means bread and tabemasu means to eat. Now, to say I eat bread, in Japanese, it will be watashi wa pan o tabemasu. Here the particle o is placed in between the object and the verb. To say that I drink water, let us replace pan with mizu and tabemasu with nomimasu. So the Japanese sentence will be watashi wa mizu o nomimasu. Just remember to place the particle o in between the object and the verb. Next, let us see how to form a question. Just like the word nan, which you have learned earlier, there is an interrogative word nani, which also means what. Let us add nani before the particle o. It will become nani o. We will use it before the verb nomimasu and add ka at the end with a rising intonation. So the question will be nani o nomimasu ka? It means what would you like to drink? On similar lines, if I ask nani o tabemasu ka, then it means what would you like to eat? Next, let us learn how to say I will not drink anything. If the particle mo is used immediately after an interrogative in a negative sentence, all that belongs to the category represented by the interrogative is denied. For example, if I say nani mo nomimasen, then it means I will not drink anything. On similar lines, if I say nani mo tabemasen, then it means I will not eat anything. Next, let me go to the particle to, which connects a noun with another. It means and or along with. Let me give you some examples. Sakana means fish and niku means meat. To say fish and meat, we have to connect the 2 nouns using the particle to. So, in Japanese, it will be sakana to niku. And then I can say watashi wa sakana to niku o tabemasu, which means I eat fish and meat. Next, let me go to the particle de. In the previous lesson, you learned that they indicates the means of transportation. In this lesson, we will learn about the particle they, which comes after a noun denoting a place and indicates the place where an action occurs. Let me give you some examples. Nomiya means bar and nomimas means to drink. To say that I drink alcohol and beer in a bar every night, in Japanese it will be watashi wa maiban nomiya de sake to biiru o nomimasu. Here, the noun preceding the particle de indicates the place where the action occurs, and that is nomiya, which is the bar. You should also note that sake and biiru are connected using the particle to. Now, to say that I eat fish and meat in my house every day, let us replace maiban with mainichi, nomiya with uchi, and sake to biiru with sakana to niku. We also need to replace nomimasu with tabemasu. So the Japanese sentence will be watashi wa mainichi uchi de sakana to niku o tabemasu. Of course, you can always omit the words which are not required. For example, if you want to omit the place, you will say watashi wa mainichi sakana to niku o tabemasu. Just remember the sequence starting with the subject and ending with the verb. Next, let us learn how to translate simple English sentences to Japanese. The first sentence is, did you eat breakfast at home? You know that breakfast is asa gohan, home is uchi, and eat is tabemasu. So the translation will be, uchi de asa gohan o tabemashita ka? Let us go to the second sentence. You know that every morning is mai asa and eat is tabemasu. So the translation will be, Kim-san wa mai asa nani o tabemasu ka? Let us go to the third sentence. Vegetable is yasai, fruit is kudamono, and eat is tabemasu. So the translation will be, mainichi yasai to kudamono o tabemasu. Let us go to the fourth sentence. You know that noon is hiru and the verb for break or rest or holiday is yasumimasu. If we combine hiru and yasumi, it becomes hiru yasumi, which is the word for lunch break. You also know the phrase nanji kara, which means from what time. So the translation will be hiru yasumi wa nanji kara desu ka? Let us go to the fifth sentence. You know that garden is niwa, beer is biiru, and drink is nomimasu. Since the place of action is niwa, it has to be followed by the particle de. So the translation will be Rao-san wa niwa de biiru o nomimasu. Let us go to the sixth sentence. You know that yesterday is kino, bar is nomiya, and drink is nomimasu. So the translation will be Kino nomiya de nani o nomimashita ka? Let us go to the last sentence. You have learned the phrase nanimo followed by a verb in its negative form. If we use it, the translation will be Aoki-san wa nanimo nomimasen deshita. Please remember the sequence and try to practice with different words. So that is it for now. I hope this video was useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. And if you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.